Hello, my name is Aisha Kamal. I am a sophomore at Cornell University majoring in information science. As a part of the Aspiring Summer Internship program, my partner Arav and I have been working on a project called Learning Design Rules and Code under the supervision of Sahar Meherpour and Dr. Thomas Latoza.
My name is Arvi Judge, and I'm a junior at Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, interested in pursuing mathematics and computer science. Imagine there's a developer named Bob joining the Crowdcode project, in which there's already a sizable amount of code written. As a new developer, Bob is unaware of the various files, classes, and methods that build up the project and is overwhelmed by how to start and does not know whether or not he'll be violating some design rules made by previous developers.
This is not a problem unique to Bob. Developers often face difficulty in trying to decipher various design rules and past decisions in a project without having updated and thorough documentation to correctly maintain those rules. Thus, our goal is to help developers, regardless of familiarity within a project, learn and find new design rules with an IDE plugin and web application called Active Documentation. The term design rules, mentioned earlier, refer to the choices behind the design of a project and how they are correctly implemented. They are an important aspect in maintaining the coherency of a project, as well as a project's forward and backward compatibility. Having proper documentation is critical to preserving information about design rules. When you first launch the application, there are two main features on the screen: tags and rules. Both these features are user-dependent, as users are the ones responsible for creating tags and rules. When you click on a tag, for example, you get rules that contain the tag. You can see examples of the rule by clicking here. A developer can add a design rule at any given time by clicking this button. You can see a list of all user-entered rules by clicking on the All Rules page. And by clicking on the Violated Rules page, you will see a list of violations of predefined rules. The Learning Design Rules page displays mined design rules in a way that would be most useful, relevant, and detailed for the developer. This is achieved by ranking the design rules based on user-dependent features such as caret location, visited files, and search history of the editor. For example, if I open up the project Crowdcode and I decide to open up a different file, for example, microtest assign, as well as if I decide to search something in the editor, the visited file as well as this search entry should be reflected in my active documentation app as features, which will help rank the design rules that are displayed to the developer. So now if we switch back to the web application, those changes that we just did in the Crowdcode project should be reflected in this application. So when I click search again, the visited file as well as the search and even caret locations should be displayed and help rank the design rules. So for example, we visited microtask assigned, we searched the term super, I put my caret on the word super, and it's all reflected here. And it's these features that will help to rank the design rules that are displayed to us.
In many cases, the developer's recent cursor locations and visited files contain the code that they're actively working on and need to mine rules for. By tracking cursor locations and visited files and using them as an index for ranking, we can filter out unrelated design rules from other files and locations the developer is not interested in. The developer search history is also indicative of what type of rules they are interested in and allows them to have a greater degree of control over what design rules are presented to them in active documentation. In the future, we would like to add more features to give the developer more control over what design rules are mined and how they're ranked. This has the potential to lower the learning curve when developing new projects and produce better written code that matches the project's design decisions. We would like to thank Sahar Mirpur and Dr. Thomas Latosa for being great mentors in this project and discussing ideas for new features to active documentation with us. Thank you for watching this presentation.